here's a video review for BOTCON 2011 Stunti-Con-Job box set figure WILDRIDER. I'm going to be doing these in the order from lowest to highest on how I like the Stunti-Cons. WILDRIDER would be on the bottom. And it's not that he's a bad figure. They're all good. They're all great. Just the top three are closer together than the bottom two. But whatever. I mean, part of my issue with WILDRIDER is that he looks nice. He's a great figure. But he looks the most like Lockdown. He's clearly a repaint Lockdown, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just when we're rating things, like I said, I love the whole set. The whole set meshes together really well. But when it comes time to rate him, he'd be at the bottom. He has the saw blade here on his attachment, and it's not really attached super strongly. It just pops right off. So you can pull it off if you want to. But there he is with the saw blade. I can't remember what was his name. The special lockdown with the chainsaw. It was, whatever. So yeah. That's really all there is to talk about in vehicle mode. So we'll go ahead and split him. He transforms just like Lockdown. There's nothing... Well, he does end up having the new head, which we'll see in a minute. He's not. Other than that, he's not any different. Blazing Lockdown, that was the one with the chainsaw. He's not any different than Blazing Lockdown. And all in all, this is a fun mold just for how much larger he gets. Going from such a small car to such a giant, tall robot. You notice there's no change to the hands. They do kind of sit at an angle. I did modify the hands on my original Lockdown to fold all the way out, so I have no problem leaving his at kind of the gimp angle, just because it kind of separates him from regular Lockdown a little bit more. And there's the new head, which again, as you can see, it's definitely a new head, but it's still reminiscent of Lockdown himself. And part of that, it just can't be helped the way the neck's designed. But then you fold up this hand and you can attach the shield. You can do this on either arm. You just plug this on here. And once you've done that, you can rotate this around. This piece right here. This you can attach this to the auto trooper as a ratchet or whatever. But just push this on. And if you push down on it, it will flip the guns forward, just like on the original. And he's got the chainsaw. Now you can, if you want, like I said, the chainsaw just pops right off. So you can, if you want, pop the chainsaw off. And here's the hook from an extra stealth Lockdown I had. You just pop it right off. And if you want to, you can pop that. Pop that on and give him a hook. Any hook from any Lockdown will do. And also in vehicle mode, it'll fold up and it'll block that hole if you don't want the chainsaw sticking out the front of his car all the time. So it's an option. You don't have to do it. I just brought it as an example. If you wanted to see what he looked like with a hook. So yeah, there's WILDRIDER. Like I said, he's not my absolute favorite from the set. We'll get to those in a minute, but he's not bad. They're like I said, they really function well as a team, which is what you'd want from the Stunti-Cons anyway. So, okay, well, everybody stay together. And I was just about to compliment the fact that his ankles aren't nearly as bad, or his hips aren't nearly as bad as some of the early releases of Lockdown. And they really aren't. It's just the way I'm moving them. I'm putting them at pressure at just the right angle to spread him out. He does stand very well, and his legs aren't nearly as floppy and loose as some of the earlier Lockdown molds were. But there he is, BOTCON 2011 WILDRIDER.